Welcome back to GamecocksOnline.com. I'm joined by head volleyball coach Scott Swanson after a nice way to end the weekend here at Duke with a win in 4 sets over the host Blue Devils. And Coach, it seemed like the team kind of responded to the adversity from yesterday and really came out clicking offensively, defensively, team chemistry-wise. What did you see out there today?
I just saw some of the cleanest volleyball that we've played in the short season so far. Last night, after a couple disappointing losses and we had to shuffle the lineup because of some injuries and some sickness. It was a pretty dreary feeling in the locker room, and Michaela Shields stood up and said, "This is not happening. Tomorrow, Duke doesn't know what's going to hit them," and sent me the ball, basically. And the team rallied behind that, and she backed it up in a big way. And we outplayed them in every category. It was a special comeback from a really rough day before, and especially with shuffling some kids around and having to move middles around and things like that. So I couldn't be more proud of their resiliency and the effort level, and we saw some amazing things today. Couldn't be more proud.
And I would assume it's got to be tough as a coach because sometimes you have to remind yourself, oh yeah, there's at any given moment 4 sophomores and a freshman on your court, playing for you guys. Does it make any much of a difference, or does it mean more as a coach to see this kind of response from such a young team?
It was kind of what we were expecting. We knew we had a good freshman class coming in, and we knew that we had several sophomores that were crucial pieces last year returning. So yes, at one point we have all sophomores and freshmen on the court in certain rotations, and they're killing it. And it's so great to see, and it's just a tribute to, I guess, some of our recruiting and how bright our future is. It's really fun to think about, not just the rest of the season, but the next couple of years.
And let's talk about 2 of those sophomores, Alicia Starr defensively and Michaela Shields offensively. Shields was unstoppable, hit over 500 with 26 kills, another career high. I think she's set it in consecutive matches now. And Alicia, we'll start with her because it seems like there's so much of a mental game with her because she doesn't know, am I going to be in the middle today? Am I going to be on the outside? Where does the team need me? And she's still able to come out and have such a tough block against such a really physical Duke team.
Yeah, you know what? She just surprises people with her quickness and athleticism. And she's one of the smartest players I've ever coached. It doesn't matter if you have her on the left, on the right, in the middle. She just doesn't make mistakes. A 4-set match, and she had 1 hitting error today and hit over 500. And I don't know how many blocks she had, but most of our blocks. And, she hits it when she has it. She tips it when she doesn't. And she goes back there and serves tough. She can dig a ball. It's really great to have a really accomplished volleyball player playing middle because she doesn't give up any of those funky situation points because she's really an outside hitter. So, man, she's been a savior for us the last couple of days just because of Claire Edwards being sick and Michaela's knee yesterday, and thank goodness she's better today and she bounced back in a good way too. But man, it's good to have versatile players like Alicia on your roster.
And I'll end with a highlight of one of the freshmen, not a Michaela Robinson, but Jess Vastine coming off the bench today, had a touch on 4 blocks, had 11 digs, had one of the hardest hit kills I think I've seen in a really long time. It seemed like she really started to flourish with confidence instead of coming off the bench, playing in those 3rd and 4th sets kind of as a, starter for the team. So where has she kind of come over these last few matches to kind of have the performance she did today?
Well, I think she had a little bit of the freshman jitters the first week and a half. That's the player that we knew we were getting. And I knew it was only a matter of time until she was going to get the opportunity to play her way out of that. And all it took was, for me, she started digging a lot of balls. She's very confident in that. And then early on in the match, she was our best passer. They were trying to pick on her. They knew that she was a freshman. She was nailing the passes. And I think that elevated the rest of her game. Her serving, her blocking, her attacking. And, I hope that, like I told her, I'm like, that's the player you really are. Don't you ever stop playing like that. I was very proud, very, very proud of the way she came in and helped us win that match. She was an important part of that win.
The team will have a few days off to kind of regroup from the weekend before heading back home and hosting a tournament next weekend. Now you're 2 weeks in. You kind of have seen what your roster can do. What are some things you're hoping to fine tune heading into this final home tournament before SEC play starts?
I think we need to continue to work on connecting with Michaela. She's Michaela Robinson. She's a special athlete, and we got to be able to set her higher balls and get that dialed in. I feel like we're not as confident as we can be in setting her more balls. So that's one thing we're going to really work on, just that connection between her and Courtney Kaler. I think blocking can always improve, although it was better today. I do think that that's something we need to work on more. We netted about 7 or 8 times today, which is frustrating for me because we talk about all the little things. We're trying to avoid those silly points, but always serving and passing. Can't do too much of that. But overall, today was kind of what we were hoping for this year. This is the team that we were expecting because we knew they were pretty talented, although young. And there is always growing pains, but I think that was a huge confidence boost for them, and I'm hoping that carries over throughout the rest of the preseason into the SEC.